a dream. It is absolutely possible. Look at me. One day I couldn't speak a word in English, and today I'm here, right? That's insane. Mind-blowing. One day I was talking to a colleague at work, and we were talking about the fact that I don't speak English, well, that I speak English as my second language. And then he said, "You know what, Bruno? I talk to you the same way I talk to a native speaker. So don't worry about it. Your English is great. If you want to hear this one day, then stick around till the end of this video. You won't regret it." Are you struggling to speak English confidently? Feeling stuck, embarrassed, or frustrated? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you practical, proven tips to improve your English speaking skills really fast. Tip number 1, change your mindset. First, let's address the biggest barrier, fear of making mistakes. If you are waiting to speak English perfectly, you'll never start. Mistakes aren't failures. They're proof that you are trying. That's right. Research shows that embracing errors as part of the process helps you learn faster. So, from this moment on, promise yourself that you'll speak even if it's messy. You just have to do it. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Tip number 2, speak English every day, even alone. Now, here is the truth. The only way to improve speaking is by, you got it, speaking, right? Can't find a partner? No problem. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Describe your day. Explain how you're feeling or narrate what you're doing. For example, as you're making coffee, say, "I'm pouring the water. Now I'm stirring the milk." It sounds simple, but this builds fluency and confidence because you are practicing in a pressure-free environment. Tip number 3, use shadowing to copy native speakers. Say you want to sound like an American or a Brit. You can watch TV programs from America or Britain and try to copy how people talk. Shadowing is a powerful technique where you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say immediately, mimicking their tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. Like I said before, if you want to sound like an American, watch American TV shows and TV and try to imitate how they talk. Find short clips of interviews or podcasts or even YouTube videos or movies and just try to imitate people. Pause after every second and repeat. This is kind of tedious, but it works. This trains your brain and mouth to form sentences naturally. Think of it as a workout for your English muscles. Tip number 4, master common phrases and expressions. Sometimes we struggle to speak not because we don't know grammar, but because we don't know what to say. That's right. So, it's essential that you focus on learning functional phrases you'll actually use daily. Phrases and expressions that native English speakers use daily. For example, can you help me with da 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 da? I'm looking for the gas station. Or that's an interesting point. These are building blocks that let you express yourself without overthinking. Tip number 5, record yourself speaking like I'm doing right now. This tip is uncomfortable, but it's a game changer. Record yourself answering simple questions like, what's your favorite food? Or describe your last weekend or something like that. Now, if you're watching this video, I assume that you are an advanced or intermediate learner because you can understand everything that I'm saying, right? So what you need really is more exposure, is more practice. You have to practice. When you play it back, you'll notice areas to improve. Maybe your pronunciation or pause, but don't be too critical. Focus on the progress you're making each time. So start recording yourself if you can't find someone to practice with. Tip number 6, engage in real conversations. You don't need to book a flight to England or any other English speaking country in order to talk with native speakers. And guess what? You don't even need to talk to native speakers. Just find someone who's really good at English, who's willing to talk to you, right? You can use apps and websites and, to find people who can help you with that. That's what I did. And it worked like a dream, like a charm. Even 10 minutes a day of real conversation helps you practice listening and responding naturally. And here's the secret. Don't just talk about the weather, because we all like to talk about the weather, but just talk about random stuff, different topics. Discuss topics that you care about, things that you are interested in. This keeps you motivated. Tip number 7, immerse yourself in English content. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. You don't need to move to England to do that. You can do this online. This is what I did. Watch YouTube videos, listen to music in English, listen to podcasts, just watch TV in English. Change your phone settings to English. There's a lot of things that you can do in order to immerse yourself. But here's the key. Don't just consume content. Engage. Pause. Repeat sentences. Write down new vocabulary, expressions, I don't know, you name it, just do it. And then practice using those words and expressions in your own sentences. This will help you learn how to use those phrases and words in context, right? Active learning accelerates improvement, and I would totally recommend that you do that. Tip number 8, improve your pronunciation with technology. Take advantage of apps like Google Translate or ChatGPT to practice, all right? So you have no excuses. There are apps that give you instant feedback on your accent and clarity. Just look them up online. You'll find some, I'm sure of it. Spend at least 10 minutes a day practicing tricky sounds or words that you struggle with, like the TH sound, as in throat or throughout or thoughts. Over time, your pronunciation will improve drastically. Tip number 9, use the 3-minute speaking rule. Now, every time you learn a new word or phrase, challenge yourself to speak about it for 3 minutes. This is very, very powerful, and I would encourage you to do that. For example, if you've learned the word gratitude, right? This is a very powerful word. Spend 3 minutes talking about it. Talk about what you are grateful for. This forces you to think on your feet and use new vocabulary immediately. Tip number 10, be patient but consistent. Fluency does not happen overnight. It's a process that takes time, but the good news is that every small effort adds up. You just have to be patient and consistent. Many people give up too early. Treat speaking practice like going to the gym. Do it daily, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Remember, consistency beats intensity. The more you show up, the faster you will see results. Learning to speak English fluently isn't just a dream. It is absolutely possible. Look at me. One day I couldn't speak a word in English, and today I'm here, right? That's insane. Mind-blowing. You see, I have a stutter, right? Now, speaking to people, especially online, is one of my biggest fears. even today. But I wanted to learn English so badly that I didn't care if people laughed at me. I just went all in and I practiced, and here I am today. Same can happen to you. Just start applying these tips today, and I guarantee that you will see progress in 2025. It's up to you. So if you want the same to happen to you, you have to put in the work, you have to practice a lot. It will happen to you as well. Remember, the more you practice, the more confident you'll become. You've got this. If you enjoy this video, I am sure you will like my video on 7 biggest English learning lies that are probably holding you back from achieving fluency. See you there.